just couldn't quite straighten it down the wall.
So still a 3-point lead for Abhay here, thanks to that nice start that he got. But I do feel he's got more into this game as we've gone on, so it's not over yet, this one.
That was a good get.
Really quick. Seems to me that they're both looking for very similar patterns of play. They're both taking that ball in straight and short.
Yeah, it was good rally that. I mean, yeah, it looked like he was going to go short a few times and pushed another one long, just to keep Abhay honest, as on the tee area, not letting him just go to the front. Then he takes it short. It's big movements. It's 3 big movements. It's a good winner in the front.
Yeah, I mean, they've both done similar things though, haven't they? They've both threatened that aggression and taken it in short with a lot of skill. So they're kind of fighting over the same patterns, and neither is being, well, you know, in that pattern at the moment, Abhay's having the better of it. So,
yep.
You know, either you hear outplays him at that kind of pattern and spends more time in front of him, gets up on the volley a little bit more, or he slightly changes something, maybe adds a few more cross courts in, or starts killing it a bit harder, for instance. But when you're down 3 points, something's got to change a little bit, hasn't it?
Yeah, that's going to be a stroke. So that is 9-5 now. Yeah, he's got to try and get in front a bit more here. He's got a little bit. Probably going to want to try and work a way in here. Don't want to just give this first game away.
Lovely shot.
It's just so casual on that. Yeah, he can hit. It's just so nice when it pops out there in the middle and just twists on it and guide it into that nick. Not the best cross court though, and he got punished there by Abhay. Good start from Abhay.
Really good. Like, I've been impressed with him yesterday and today so far. I think he's played a very attractive brand of squash. You know, I like the way he uses the hold at the right times, then gets on the ball early when it's appropriate, and then he's got some real good skills taking it in short without too much risk and enough variation so it's not predictable. So I think he's got that balance, you know, spot on at the moment, you know, very few errors. So I've been pretty impressed with him, really. So let's see if he can keep doing that. I think that'll, you know, for a non-seeded player to get through to the semi-finals would be a massive result.
Yeah, I agree with you, and it'd be a massive result for India squash as well. You know, that's what they're after. This is why they're hosting these big events. You want to see the local players moving on to the next round, and a very positive start from Abhay. I want to see if we can keep it up in game 2.
It's going to be interesting to see how the Egyptian player adapts to this situation, being 1-love down, slightly losing that battle of quality at the back and structure of the first game. And my bet is that he's going to come out and play with a higher intensity and be a little bit more patient.
Yeah, he's had some chances, but Abbay's just been in front a little bit too much at the moment, and as you said, he's just got a little bit. He's been good with his variations. I feel like Yahya's probably getting sucked in a little bit too straight, almost. So,
yeah, I think he needs to change some angles here.
Yeah, he's done quite well with the cross courts. He's forced a few loose ones off a cross, but Abbay's kind of getting him down the walls a bit and keeping it nice and straight. Testing rally, this.
Really hard, yeah. Nice to have those different camera angles actually at the front. Shows that explosiveness of movement, doesn't it, into the front?
Yeah, it's good. This is a good rally to start the second. I think Yahya will be happy with this to start. Yeah, I would have gone no let there. I think he just ran into the back of Yahya. There was no real attempt to get around. It was almost like a bit like a boxer just holding on a bit there.
Yeah. Well, and that hard first rally produces something different from Abhay, cross-court nick attempt. Those are the little signs that Elnawasany will be looking for. He just wants to get into him a bit physically here. But that is a tight ball by Abhay. Picks up another point, can slow the rhythm down a little bit. Back to where he wants it.
Yeah, I think is going to want to try and get a few hard rallies in nice and early here.
Oh. That is a
great boast.
Lovely hold. I mean, that's set up from previous rallies, isn't it? Where he's held it and then snapped it cross court, and then you've just got somebody on their heels, and then chucking that quick cut boast. Yeah, I felt that was a double. Look, double from here.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I was saying he thinks he was good.
Well, they've agreed to play a let, and that's very good, actually.
Yeah, well done there. Yeah, that's good of you.
There was no messing around with that either, was it? He just made up his mind. There we go. We're playing a let. I'll score this one for you, ref.
Yeah, it was good of him.
Oh, that could be a stroke. That's a feed.
Had to be. It's another good shot from Abhay. He's managed to make sure that on volley went straight down the wall there, didn't catch the side wall at the box area and just ran away a bit.
And again, no,
very honest.
Still were there.
No, just getting on with it. It's great. Another tough rally here. Some big movements in these rallies.
Yeah.
Oh, both using the extremes of the courts. The drops are going right in at the front as well. You know, they're not coming back.
Yeah, very accurate play. And I think particularly when, you know, Abbay's got a bit of time, he is really accurate. He's got multiple threats and holds. And he really does remind me of a bunch of Pontefract players. It's no surprise, is it, Grossi?
No, not really, mate. Yeah, it's tough. And he's got a good winner out of it. He's built himself a 3-point lead. I mean, we talked earlier about that rally there at the first, which, yeah, I probably wanted to get into him. But he's recovered well. And he's playing well here, Abhay. But yeah, Malt's got those holds into him.
Yeah, well, I think I was saying yesterday, I think the forehand's got a bit of a Sam Todd look about it. If actually as well, a bit Surav, isn't it? So Surav's got some holds at the top of his swing, very similar. Just in the style, I mean, the grip and the sort of relaxation through the hips and everything like that. Whereas,
and the way
you know, James Millstrop has always got to be the one to copy on the backhand, hasn't he? Whenever the ball sits up off the backboard.
Yeah, just the way the drops are going in on the backhand as well. He's managed to open up as well, that's up to 8-2 now. He's just really running away with this at the moment.
Everything going his way.
Yeah, he's not missing at the moment. He's gonna need a little bit of a reset here, Yahya. This is not the way you probably wanted it to go.
Well, he didn't look interested really by the end, did he, there, Yahya? So Abhay takes that one really. 11-2 and very convincing.
Yeah, well, all the momentum at the moment is with Abhay. And if he can get a really good start in this third, it's going to make life very, very difficult. There's some tough rallies there at the start of the...
What would you say the Egyptian player should be doing here? I mean, what would you be advising him to change, Grossi?
I would be looking for him not to play as straight as probably what he is doing at the moment. You know, Abhay loves it down the walls. You know, he'll be practicing plenty of that when he was in Pontefract. So I'll be wanting to mixing it up a bit, getting a few more cross courts in probably, trying to twist him a little bit more. I mean, he's got some great shots to the front, yeah. But I would say he's probably wanting to hit a few lower cross courts and then try and cut across on the volley on the next one. Just try and unsettle Abhay a little bit. And obviously, if you're in Abbay's corner, you're going to be saying just keep it going, keep everything you're doing at the moment is perfect.
Yeah, it's been fantastic, like structured, accurate squash with, you know, set patterns of play, which he's dominating. And I think, you know, you don't want to change anything from that point of view. I think that initial phase of that second game there, where the Egyptian player just tried to up the pace, Abhay just held on. He was patient, wasn't he? He didn't get too flustered again, and he was prepared for that. So if that's a good tactic if you can sustain it for a whole match. But I think just Elnawasany just needs to change something he's doing here. Slow it down, change the angles, use some hold himself.
It's just not getting a look in at the moment, though. I mean, it's a great shot from Abhay from the back. it's too good, that.
It's too good, isn't it? He's looking very, very sharp here, and I've got to say, like, physically, he looks in great shape as well, doesn't he? He looks, you know, he hasn't put a foot wrong really.
Yeah,
Quick, he's retrieving some balls. You know, he doesn't look at all fatigued in his match yesterday or today.
Looks like he's pushing up well. He's getting on the volley as well, controlling the pace. Although that's gone. Yeah, I just probably got talking to himself a little bit there, trying to get himself up and motivated a bit. Was that the first real error we've seen from Abhay so far in these first 2 and a bit games?
I don't remember another one really.
Yeah, I can't recall one.
It's a lovely length as well.
It's a great shot.
Yeah, took that on a half volley, gave it the full works, didn't he? Found a dying length. I mean, you can't ask for much more.
He's got himself back in here. Again, another nick at the back.
Is this the first time he's lead in the game?
Yeah, I think so. I think this is the first time he's had a lead. Here we go. Let's see if we can put a few points together. Just pops one out in the middle of the court there, which was finished well by Abhay. And get a few little shouts, just trying to G himself up, get a little bit of intensity and a bit of movement into things. That could be interesting.
Well, I think that is a stroke. He's walked into the path there, isn't he?
Yeah, I would have probably given a stroke there. The refs have just given a let. Fantastic drop shot.
Yeah, that is a high skill shot, that. On a dipping ball to be able to get your strings underneath it from a big swing. It's really tough. Well, if Elnawasany gets this rally, this will make it interesting, I think. And I'd like to see how Abhay then reacts under pressure.
Yeah, it's had kind of everything his own way so far in the first 2 games, and this is the real bit of resistance that has been looking for. That was a little bit too close for comfort, almost.
Yeah.
Just didn't need that, you know. It's a big rally, that. If it gets to 7-4, that would have been a good lead to hold in this third, but back to 1 point in it. Oh, yeah, I told you the previous one was close. And
Yeah, it's been coming. It's been coming, that, hasn't it? There's not much that the ref can do really there, is there? I mean, that's come out a long way wide and he's going for a cross court. So I think there's a both really. One player shouldn't be stepping across as much and one player probably shouldn't be, well, you can't really say they shouldn't be hitting cross courts from there, but so yeah, just a tricky situation, isn't it?
Yeah, the one in the previous rally was a little bit close, and then that one, that could be a stroke. Yeah, it just came back a bit too far. There's a nice cheer from Abhay to try and convince the ref that it was a good winner, but just not quite convincing enough.
Well, the intensity's gone up here, and the length of the rally has gone up as well. This is obviously, in both their minds, a huge point.
Well, that could be interesting, because that stayed very short.
They've given a let.
Yeah, I mean that was a tough one because that could have gone any decision because it stayed very, very short.
Good work here. While you're here.
Yeah, it's almost a little bit that back wall burst. If he might have got there a little bit quicker and dropped it, might have been the end of the rally. But yeah, it's a good rally this. Loose one, that should be a stroke.
Here's the tactical towel.
Yeah, you always need that after a tough rally. Yeah, I was wanting to get on with it. You can probably see that Abhay might be feeling it after that rally.
Oh, he's guessed right there. Unbelievable skid across the court there by the young Egyptian.
Big movements. Guessed again.
This is hard. This is hard.
It still looks okay though,
Here we
Abhay.
go. Abhay is starting for the first time. He's not getting frustrated, but he does look a little bit more off his toes. Maybe his accuracy is not quite so deadly now.
He's just taking it from a little bit further from behind him. Whereas in the first two, he's probably racing up onto those. Just give that away at the end of the third.
Yeah, that's interesting. I don't think he should be doing that, really. I don't think he should be giving his opponent such obvious signs that he's physically suffering there. But I mean, it's hard, isn't it? It's hard to keep up that poker face kind of body language. But there's the way in here now. This could be interesting, this next match, this next game. If Yahya can keep it out the tin, keep the error rate down, keep the intensity up, then he definitely knows that he's got a physical way in here. So yeah, quite an interesting game coming up.
Yeah, I mean, if you're talking to the young Egyptian at the moment, you'd be saying, look, he's probably feeling it a little bit here. So the work that you've put in so far has been good, and he's straight back onto court. So it's positive signs for him here to make his way back into the match, and if he makes a good start in this fourth, you'd say things might be just turning in his favour. The momentum might just be with him a little bit more.
So yeah, ran away with those last 5 points at the end of the game there, from 6-all. And I think Abhay just needs to come back on and be a little bit sharper with his racket work straight away, and convert a few of those rallies, because I feel that the onus is on him now really to disrupt this rhythm now. And he has definitely got into a good rhythm himself. And this is the matchup that we wanted to see, really.
Yeah, it's been a good quality game so far, and that's exactly what we want. We want to see some good quality squash. Abhay obviously he's going to find some answers here now. Yesterday you say he's got to 6-all both times and managed to win it. This is probably the first time he got to 6-all and lost one.
Yeah.
Good start. Just the start he wanted.
And that's a lovely drop, isn't it? I think Abbay's come on with positive intent here as well, hasn't he? He's come on and looked to play a couple of shots. Now, you know, maybe you got that wrong in the previous rally. It was one too early, but that was quality.
Yeah, and again, taking it in nice and early and
just tight at exactly the right time, didn't it?
Yeah, looked like he was from that front angle. It looked more of a stroke, but obviously not from the back.
Yeah, I was convinced that was a stroke.
Yeah, just from that front angle. Yeah. Whips around that burst again. That's going to be a stroke.
Accurate hitting again there from Abhay.
Yes, he's got himself back in again here now. As he just, you know, take from 6-all in the third, and then it's 5, and then he lost the opening 2 rallies, 7 rallies in a row. Things just not quite looking, but he's got himself back into it the last 2.
Yeah, crucial couple of points mentally.
A few more going cross from Abhay here. Seems to be wanting to, on his forehand, turning into that backhand a bit more. Not really much straight going on from Abhay down the forehand side. Oh yeah, careful there.
Can imagine when you're playing, you hear that, you know, when it's just a barrage of short, hard hit, low lengths, isn't it? That you just have to sort of sustain. Really, I wouldn't like to be on the sort of wrong end of that. Just going to be doing so much work. He really doesn't need to take it short that often when he's on top of someone.
Yeah, I've seen him play the British Juniors before. He can just steamroll through people. It's just, again, a couple of cheap errors from Abhay. You don't really want to give the momentum away here, because he had it in the first two. Oh, that's a better volley drop.
That's a lovely shot, isn't it? Yeah, we need a bit of fight from him here, really. I think that he's been very controlling. Now he's physically not having it his way. This is the time. He's got to step this up.
Nice time for a cross-court back of the box nick. Nice little hold and cross.
A bit better from Abhay, I think, just getting his opponent deeper in the court. As soon as you leave one short, he's all over it. He takes it incredibly early on the rise, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's good. It's non-stop pressure. We've not only him, but with most of the Egyptians, they're so aggressive on the ball when you leave anything short that you just end up doing so much extra running. Just like this. Extra power down the line. You see, he's not messing around anymore. He's straight to the box, wanting to get on with it. He doesn't want to give any time for Abhay to recover. But that is a fantastic cross-court nick.
It's very, very casually done that, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That's the change in body language from the first two games to this game here. Absolutely huge. Everything's going short now. Oh.
Yes. He's read him pretty well from that front backhand. Abhay's guessed quite a lot of cross court, and he's usually been there waiting for the volley. Tough angle that for us to see.
Oh, well, that is not what Abhay wanted, is it? He's feeling this.
Yeah, that's not the reaction he probably wanted either. Just giving some extra confidence to the young Egyptian here, who's, the last two rallies of the last two games, he's just kind of not put up any resistance.
Well, it's amazing how much that has changed, really, isn't it? Quite quickly, from Abhay being in seemingly complete control, and if anything, the Egyptian player was mentally struggling in the first couple of games. I mean, look at that scoreline in the second game, 11-2, and he just went through him. And then we saw the change in physicality and tactics from Yahya Elnawasany, lengthened the rallies, got much more patient, cut down the error rate, and started to get into Abhay physically. And then it deteriorated quite quickly, I felt there, really. And the third game was never really the fourth game was never really in too much doubt. So it'd be interesting to see if Abhay's got one big push left in him here in the fifth game, and he needs to do it at the start of the fifth game. He can't be he can't be waiting for this. He can't be hoping, expecting it to go 4-all, 5-all, and then push. You know, he's got to push right to start. So big game here.
Yeah, I agree with what you've said there. Comes a big game, and he's got to try and get the body language right here when he enters this 5th game. You know, having lost the last 2, probably the first few points are going to be super important. The way he walks into court here, and it's taking a bit of extra time. Right, this guy's last 30 seconds to get some breath. All the momentum here is with the young Egyptian. Fantastic half volley backhand drop. What a shot.
It was almost like a bit of topspin on that as well from on the backhand side.
Absolutely beautiful. It was good because he didn't have a hit when he went in. He just went straight into return serve, and he's just nailed 2 backhand drops.
So quick to get that back.
Yeah, tough rally again with the backhand drop, and again cutting off that cross court. I'm not sure I would have.
Yeah, I think the refs are penalising the movement off the ball there from Abhay. So he's played his volley drop and then moved into the line of his opponent a bit there.
I think if he'd have just given him the access to get through, I'm not sure he would have got there either. Because he took the cross early.
Well, to be honest, I don't know after the previous recovery shot. Incredibly quick. A little bit lucky to get a let there, I felt.
Yeah, I felt that was a good drop. I felt that stayed tight, and this probably should have gone down the left-hand side to go in and get that.
Yeah, I'd agree. I'd agree. There's a danger here that Abhay becomes too predictable in these drops, though. You know, because he's got some reward for it, but he's taking it on every single time he gets the opportunity, and it takes away some of the sort of doubt, doesn't it? There, it becomes a bit predictable for the Egyptian player.
Yeah, that's good though. Across the middle, strong. Took his space well and hit that low forehand drive.
Well, this is what Abhay needed. He needed something here, some high quality shots.
This has gone a little bit more like the second almost. Just nice short, sharp rallies from Abhay. Big lead, big push from him here.
This is unbelievable, really, how this has swung so wildly.
He's got that spring back in his step, you know, and he's just jumping on everything at the moment. See, he looked pretty tired by the end of the 4th.
He was he was down and out, wasn't he?
Yeah,
Unless this is like Muhammad Ali rope-a-dope.
Yeah, he's done really well here to get back into this, and he's looking back on his toes and looking for things around the middle of the court. Oh, that made it.
I think amazing, and it shows the impact the scoreboard has on your demeanour. You know, and if you took the scoreboard away and were thinking positively, you might not be slumped, and you might not be thinking about desperation shots. You know, and it's happened for both players in this match a lot. When they've been down, they've looked physically tired.
At the moment, Abhay can't miss. He's just, everything's coming in, it's staying nice and short. And you're right, the scoreboard thing has been a massive factor.
Oof. Might have to weather a storm here from Elnawasany. Could be a big rally here. If he can put some work into him here, he might be back in it. Seeing that there have been big strings of points. This surely is his last chance if he goes 8-2 down.
Yeah, you would say the momentum has really swung back to Abhay, and he'll be looking for a few more quick drops to finish it off if he gets to 8-2. But yeah, he's not going to get a let for that.
No.
Again, just looking a little bit tired there, trying to get into that tactical court clean. He's going to need to switch on here for the serve, because I'm sure Abhay is going to be wanting to try and take it in nice and short after this quick break. He's going to be looking for a quick return of serve shot. Interesting, he's changed sides to get away from that backhand drop.
He'd love a cheap point here, wouldn't he, Abhay?
Yeah.
Looking for it.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a very big look for it. Done well. Oh, he's got it. That's well played. That's a big rally.
One more swing in it. This is. I really don't know. At 7-2, you'd say that should be over, but just the case that there's been some massive strings of points both ways, and Abhay's definitely feeling it.
Yes. Oh, that's another one. Oh, back to 5-7.
That's 3 in a row.
Yeah, it's getting tight again. He's looking for the court clean again.
He might just go down the road and get a better cleaner. A good solid break.
He's
go buy a new mop.
Yeah, he's picked up a mop this time.
Hasn't really got a target area there, has he?
No, it just seems to be a little bit random, doesn't it?
Just going on a wander.
From the left.
Well, huge points now. 4 points away from the match is just... When you're fresh, it seems so easy, and when you're tired like this, it seems a million miles away, doesn't it?
Yeah, the other thing is he's just lost a little bit of that quick momentum that he had, and yeah, has put him on some tough rallies. That's a good one for him, though.
Yeah.
Now he's down to 3.
That is the case. You're just counting them off, aren't you, here?
Yeah, you don't. You want him to come nice and quick and easy, but you know that's just not going to be the case. Oh, went for it.
Could have done with that. Had time to set himself.
Yeah, that's the first one he's missed in this game, I think. Apart from that forehand drop, which he tried to lift onto the front of the court. 6-8. It's just catching sidewalls a little bit. That was it.
I agree with that. Both of those points have come from lengths which are just too short from here. Like that is his issue, I suppose. When he's on top of someone and hitting those short of a length, attacking lengths, then it's fine when you got someone on the back foot. But twice there, he's left it too short and he's been shut out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a let. That's not a stroke.
Yeah, that's a pretty basic let, that one. Yeah, nice. A little safety let there just after the previous hit.
Neither player giving anything away here, are they?
Oh, it's tense. No one's really going short. They're both trying to work an opening in the back. Those 3-shot rallies have disappeared. Yeah, I felt that ball was in front, and it was like looking for the young Egyptian behind him.
It's not an easy decision, that one. That could have easily been a stroke, really.
Yeah.
But I felt that was the right decision. Nice shot. Nice shot.
Backhand stayed nice and short. Abhay had to go all the way up there to try and get it. Again, serving from the left. Change.
Well, we said at the beginning this was a really tough match to call, and it's still quite tough.
Yeah, I mean, at 7-2 you would have probably gone with Abhay, but he's another twist in the tail in this match, and yeah, I was back in it. He's probably physically looking a little bit better than Abhay here, although that is a good drop.
What a shot.
Another short length, and Abhay's all over it.
Oh, he's gone for a walk.
First match point.
He's gone for a walk.
Settle himself, compose himself before this rally.
He'd love this first time. No cheap ones. You don't want somebody coming back at you here. It's a horrible feeling to be losing match balls.
Oh, he's done well there, Abhay. It's a big chance.
Big chance.
Oh, he's got it.
And there we go. Well, that is a fantastic result for Abhay Singh. Really big result. That's nice to see him celebrate. You know, it's a huge result to get the semi-final unseeded. He's taken out 2 players ranked in the top 100 above him in the world rankings. You know, and he wants to make a big move at his home club. This is where he started, you know, his professional journey in Chennai, and brilliant result there, and a very entertaining match as well, Crossy.
Yeah, hugely exciting match, very entertaining. Obviously, we thought Abhay looked like he was going to win it in 3 when he steamrolled through the second and he had all the momentum, but the young Egyptian, he's fought back, and he looked like he was going to steamroll through the fifth initially when he looked like he'd won all those points at the end of the third and at the end of the fourth. But very good start in the fifth from Abhay. If we see here, you know, he got to 6-1 and then he led 7-2 before the young Egyptian came back into it. But a great match, and, you know, well done for Abhay. And as you mentioned, an unseeded player in the semi-finals, big tournament, $20,000. So huge points for him to move up in the world rankings, and he'll be very happy with his week so far, and more to come. Yeah.
So on court next, because that was quite a long match. I presume we'll follow on once the court's been cleaned. 2 Indian girls playing in the quarterfinals there. So I'll be back for that. We'll both be back, won't we, Crossy, on the next one?
Yeah, we're both back for this one, mate.
Okay, excellent. I'll see you in 5 minutes then.
All right, mate. See you soon.
Cheers.